So today we are going to experience Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra means conscious death or conscious sleep. So we are consciously dying or consciously sleeping. In sleep we detach from the conscious world. We are conscious of this world. In sleep you detach from this conscious world because you don't know in sleep anything about the world. But in death you are detaching from the unconscious experiences. There is conscious and unconscious. Now you are in the conscious world. You are experiencing me, you are experiencing the world. But when you go to sleep, you don't experience anything, no conscious experience. But still the unconscious is functioning. In sleep, your unconscious is functioning. In sleep, your unconscious is processing information. All the information you gathered from the world is processed in the sleep state. Waking state, you don't have the time to process all of them because you are busy gathering sensations and experiences. But when you go like a cow, it grazes on the field and eats as much as it can, then it rests and take the cud and chew it again. Similarly, in deep sleep, we are chewing the experiences, sensation that we have gathered from the world outside. So that is what sleep is all about. So we all have to sleep. If you don't sleep, there will be a lot of undigested material, and that will make us crazy. So we need at least 6 hours of good sleep and 3 hours of deep sleep. If you don't get 3 hours of deep sleep, you can go crazy, because then you will have undigested material. Just as when you eat, we have to digest all that we have eaten, otherwise it causes a lot of discomfort. So sleep means getting rid of the conscious content of the consciousness. Conscious content of consciousness. So we have to distinguish between conscious, unconscious, and consciousness. And our real nature is consciousness, which is bliss, which is beyond time space. And when we realize that our real nature, that is called mukti or moksha or nirvikalpa samadhi or nirbija samadhi. To abide in that blissful consciousness all the time and then deal with the world. So we are going through sleep and death experience consciously. So consciousness is not compromised. The rest are all we are observing, watching. And this will be a very, very exciting experience for you. To die consciously. At this point, death means a matter of fear. Now we are welcoming death. Welcoming death means you are detaching from the conscious and unconscious content of consciousness. I hope you at least sympathetically listening. Death means being detached from the conscious and unconscious content of consciousness. And in death you can see that the whole thing is a shadow. The world becomes a shadow. Your unconscious fears, etc. become a shadow. So that's what we are going to experience now, and you feel totally refreshed with this experience. Totally refreshed. Totally relaxed. At this point you don't relax properly. Even in sleep you don't relax fully. It is only in the death experience that we get total relaxation. We realize our true nature in that. So those who want to lie on the floor, you can do that. Those who want to sit, they can do that. Those who want to sit on the chair, they are welcome. Depends. So for an hour, we are going deep into ourselves. So have these three ideas: consciousness, unconscious, and conscious. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, and Turiya. Close your eyes and listen to conscious Jagrat, unconscious Sushupti, and Swapna and Jagrat both fall in the conscious field. You're conscious of your waking, you're conscious of your dream. In deep sleep, you are totally unconscious. But still, you are consciousness. So, with your eyes closed, gently, attention between the eyebrows, watching your breath. This is the classical posture for meditation. Meditation is abiding in your true nature. Meditation is seeing the world, conscious and unconscious, as a fog or as a shadow. Some of you are sitting on the floor, cross-legged, with your hands resting on the knees. Those who are sitting on the chair, plant their feet firmly on the floor and their hands are resting on the knees. Those who are lying on their back, their hands are on both sides of the body, trunk, and totally relaxed. So your eyes are between the eyebrows, your attention is between the eyebrows. And when your attention is between the eyebrows and you take deep breaths, take a deep breath, hold it for a while, then breathe out, hold for a while, breathe in. All these pranayama exercises. And relax totally. Now the thoughts have come to an end. There are not many thoughts. If at all there are some thoughts, they are like flakes of white clouds in the sky. Doesn't bother you. Our attempt is to go beyond the conscious and the unconscious. First you come to the unconscious state, which is called the sleep. So you are trying to sleep awarefully. Sleep means you are not dreaming or you are not seeing the world. Meaning there are no thoughts. Since your eyes are closed and you are focusing on the breath, and you are not reacting to sensations. Reaction to sensation is thought. So relax totally. Relax totally. And you can suggest the various parts of the body to relax. Focus on the breath. The breath can take you to the depths. Just as waves that arise in the ocean, but the water is not affected. Similarly, when you relax, you can feel waves of energy from the toe to the head. And the waves of energy passes like ah, ma. The meditator reduces the whole world of dreams and waking into these vibrations, ma. So from the toe to the head, you can feel the vibration. And you can also mentally chant, ma. So mentally chant ma and feel the vibration, the vibration, the vibration, and the ma. Represent the waking, represent the dream, and ma represent the sleep. And beyond is the turiya, the death experience. The dream and sleep, and beneath is the sleep experience. So feel that vibration from the toe to the head. Your whole body, mind is vibrating. Like even waves in the ocean. These waves are nothing but vibration of water. And the water is not affected. Your eyes are gently closed. Your attention is between the eyebrows. You're watching the breath. Whether you are seated on the chair or on the floor or lying on your back. Then you experience the body withering away, your thoughts evaporating. And you are in a deep, blissful state of fearlessness and joy. In this relaxed state, you are totally relaxed. You are able to experience the body as a vibration in consciousness. You can feel the vibration from the toe, top to the toe, and the toe to the top. Totally relaxed. There are no thoughts, no reactions. And mentally keep saying, Ah Oma, Ah Oma. Ah represent the world and the body. U represent mind and thought. Ma represent your unconscious. And beyond is the Turiya. And you also get an insight into that state before birth and after death. You're able to see the beginning and end of the world as well as the body. The beginning and end of a thought. The beginning and end of I thought. Before you were born, after you die. That awareness which experiences the state before you were born and the state after you die. You can experience the death of the ego. The death of your attachments. So consciously sleep and consciously die. Meaning you can see the world, the body, your mind as vibration of A-Uma in consciousness. So have that rigor mortis, actual experience of death. The conscious experience of sleep. Death is nothing but an extended sleep, a deeper sleep. In sleep you are partially relaxed. In conscious death you are totally relaxed. That's when the fear of death disappears. When you are no more afraid of death, you become immortal. It is the fear of death which exiles you from the spiritual state of being, from your consciousness, from your Atman. So experience that vibration through your body. A-Uma vibration. You are seated on the chair or on the floor or lying on the back, and your eyes are gently closed, your limbs are totally relaxed, your hands, your legs, your body is totally relaxed, your attention is between the eyebrows, you're watching the breath. And you can see the world and the body, the mind disintegrate like the mist disintegrate when the sun rises. So keep mentally chanting Auma. In this state you dump the body, dump your mind, dump your ego. There is no desire for anything, not even for moksha. When all the desires end, then you collapse into your true nature. Like even you go to the depth of the ocean, where there are no disturbances. So gain that oceanic consciousness, the Turiya Avastha. Where there are no desire disturbances. It's a conscious sleep. In conscious sleep, you cannot afford to snore. In conscious death, there is no fear. And death is a continuation of deep sleep. Where you are not aware of the world, aware of the body, aware of thoughts, aware of the ego. Because they don't really exist. The world, body, thought, ego complex is a shadow of your real self. They have no existence. So go to that deep valley experience. By chanting mentally Auma and experiencing the body as a vibration, as a disturbance in consciousness, mind as a vibration, disturbance in consciousness, ego as a vibration and disturbance in consciousness. So when you consciously die, the fear of death disappears. There is no more fear of death. Death happens to the body which doesn't exist. Death happens to the mind which doesn't exist. Death happens to the ego which doesn't exist. What exists is pure consciousness, pure bliss. So by experiencing this wave of Auma, waking, dream and sleep. A O M, M O A O M, M O A. So you go beyond the world, beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond the thoughts, beyond the ego, by seeing that they don't exist. They are only symbol vibrations in your consciousness. This gives you the sense of deep relaxation. See, the world, body, mind, ego complex is constant vibration in consciousness. You're consciously dying. Before birth and after death, you exist as pure consciousness. Birth is a wave, death is the collapse of that wave, but the water is unaffected. So keep mentally chanting A O M, M O A O M, M O A. And totally relax. At this point, you have no karma, you have no birth, you have no death. You neither sleep, nor do you dream, nor are you in the waking. You are in pure bliss, a timeless bliss. So feel that vibration through your body. From the feet, the vibration passes on to the head, and from the head to the feet. And you can feel the whole world along with your body is a symbol disturbance. The Big Bang. At this point, you have no relationship with anything, neither with your family, your relatives, your job, your office. All these are centered around the body. When you drop out of the body, drop out of your conscious and unconscious experience, you have no relationship with anything. You gain your absolute state. Get out of the relative state. So all the while you are focused on the breath between your eyebrows. Your body is totally relaxed. You can also feel the body floating in your consciousness. Your thoughts floating in consciousness. Your ego floating in consciousness. Like waves in the ocean. So this after the body experience, or the near-death experience. Which makes you very, very relaxed, which gives you the healing experience, swasthyam. If you are not able to dive into this depth because of the interference of thoughts, just hold the breath as long as you can, so that the thoughts disappear, disintegrate. This is the time for you to get out of the prison house of the world. Your strivings, your frustrations, your disappointments. Just unburden yourself, unclutter yourself. Throw away all the baggage. Feel yourself, your body is burning in the fire of consciousness. Your ego is burning in the fire of consciousness. Your mind is burned down in the fire of consciousness. And the ashes you take, like the Shiva, the Shivalinga is smeared by the 3 line of ashes. From Shava state, you become the Shiva state. Drop the idea that you are a man or a woman. You are neither man or woman, you are pure consciousness. You are neither rich or pure, you are pure consciousness. You are neither born or dead, you are pure consciousness. You are neither a sleeper or a waker or a dreamer, you are pure consciousness. Birth is a disturbance in their consciousness. Death is collapse of that disturbance. So your eyes are gently closed, your attention is between the eyebrows, your hands are resting on the knees, or your hands are relaxed beside your body. You are in a deep state of ecstatic samadhi, where there are no burden, no load. There is no other in this state, only you as pure consciousness. There is nothing to witness, because there is nothing other than this consciousness to witness. Ityesha paramarthata. This is the truth. This is what you are. The rest are blabberings made up of words. Vakkaram bhanam vikaro namadeyam. So keep chanting that mantra, Om, and feel that vibration passing through the body. You are able to witness the creation, growth, and destruction, the creation of the world, the growth of the world, and the destruction of the world, the creation of the body, the growth of the body, the destruction of the body, the creation of the mind, the growth of the mind, and destruction of the mind, the creation of your ego, the growth of your ego, the destruction of your ego. Srishti Sthiti Samhara. All this by focusing between the eyebrows and watching the breath. The breath is the sustainer of the world. The world is nothing but a breath. When you breathe, the world appears. When you cease to breathe, the world disappears. When you breathe, your problems arise. When you cease to breathe, your problems disappear. When you breathe, your relatives are there. When you cease to breathe, there are no relatives. Only the Absolute remains. So watching the breath, the movement of the breath, you can see the Srishti Sthiti Laya Prakriya. When you are totally relaxed, all the karmic bondages have been cut asunder. You are no more tethered to the world. You are free and relaxed. This state is called moksha, or turiya, or samadhi, or enlightenment. Is conscious death. So give up all your burdens, your worries, your anxieties, the very idea that you are related to the world. Go deep into your own depths, beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond the ego, beyond sleep and beyond death. So keep chanting mentally, A-U-Ma, Ma-U-A, A-U-Ma, Ma-U-A. And see, everything is vibrating. It's a disturbance in consciousness. Drop the body, drop the mind, drop the ego. And be your true self. And this is experienced by seeing everything as a vibration of A-U-Ma. And you can feel your body floating, like even a bubble in the ocean. Take up that metaphor. Your body is a bubble in the ocean of consciousness. Those who are sitting on the chair, make sure they are not sleeping. If thoughts disturb you, watch the thought and see that the thought is only a vibration in consciousness. You can also periodically take a long deep breath and hold it. Long deep breath and hold it before you breathe out, so that you keep your awareness awake, so that you can see things in its true nature. So the phantom world that you created, which terrorize you, which imprison you, that world disappears like mist in the sunrise. Nothing can cause fear to you, because you realize you are immortal, beyond birth and death, beyond illnesses, beyond loneliness. So when you sit quietly with the body still and the breath deep and the mind quiet, free from thought, you dive deep into the spiritual oceanic experience, which is your real nature. Then you are fearless, you are blissful, and you are all embracing. So keep chanting the mantra, A-O-Ma, Ma-O-A, A-O-Ma. These are vibrations. And feel that vibration throughout the body. The body itself as a bubble. All that is painful and burdensome, drop it. The world is full of pain, the body is full of pain, mind is full of pain, ego is pain, because they are all circumscribing you, limiting you, putting you in a box. Drop them. And realize your splendor, your joy, your bliss. Once you realize this self, you can fashion the body the way you want. You can fashion your mind the way you want. You can create your ego the way you want as a tool to express your infinite bliss. To relax totally. Drop all burdens. This is the state you are truly free from all entanglements. Your wife, your relations, your children, your wealth, your property, your business, everything is dropped in this state. As you climb up the summit of realization, you keep dropping all these luggage. So keep chanting Aum mentally. Then drop. As you go, fall deep into the bottom of consciousness, you drop these luggages. Then you can say, Gade, Gade, Param, Gade, Param, Gade, Bodhiswaha. Gade, Gade, Param, Gade, Param, Gade, Bodhiswaha. Gone beyond, gone beyond, gone beyond. I have gone beyond the world of sensations. I have gone beyond the body limitations. I have gone beyond the turbulence of the mind. And I have gone beyond the limitations of the ego. I have become oceanic consciousness. Yoga Nidra, conscious death. Seeing death as the arising and the collapsing of a thought. Birth as an arising of a thought, death as the collapse of a thought in consciousness. So enjoy that bodiless, worldless, mindless, egoless state of consciousness, which is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi or Nirbija Samadhi. There you alone exist. Everything is dissolved into you, like the waves dissolving into the water, like the darkness dissolves when the light comes. Like the ring dissolves when you melt the ring. From this state of freedom, you are able to manufacture, recreate the world as per your wish. From the state of happiness, you create a world, not from a state of suffering. When you create the world from a state of suffering, it is full of suffering. When you create the world from a state of happiness, then it is full of happiness. So you have destroyed the old world, the old body, so that you can create something new. When you wake up from this deep experience, you see the world in a new light. You feel totally relaxed and refreshed. And you become totally free from doubt. So go into that depth of stillness. Drop, drop, and drop. Don't focus on your problems now. your illnesses, your age, your gender, your relations. Drop all that and go deep. And realize Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Mano Buddhyahangara Chittani Naham. Mano Buddhyahangara Chittani Naham. Najashrotra Jikve Najakrana Netre. So drop all these burdens and relax totally. Be free from the fear of disease, loneliness and death. Conscious experience of conscious death. Seeing that all that you possess collapsing in this state of consciousness. See that the born shall die. The flower that blooms in the morning has to fade in the evening. See the beginning and end of all these phenomena. Even your desire for moksha disappears. You're totally free from desire. When you're totally free from desire, you become spontaneous. You have no desire to possess, nor you have any desire to dispossess. You can see the body is floating in the air. You have gone beyond the darkness of ignorance. Pradasmarami hridi samspuradatmatatum Satchisugham Paramaham Sagadim Duriyam Yaswapnajagara Sushuptamavedi Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Najabhuda Sangaha Pradarbhajami Manasa Vajasamagamyam Vajo Vibhanti Nikhilaya Danukrahena Yanedi Nedi Vajane Nigama Avojuhu Tam Deva Deva Majamachudamahurakryam Pradarnamami Tamasah Paramarkavarnam Purnam Sanadana Padam Purushottamakyam Yasminnidam Jagadabe Yasminnidam Rajvam Bhujangamiva Pradibhasidam Vai. So you feel a burden has been taken off your head. The greatest burden was this limited body. Now the body is no more a burden, it becomes a tool to express your joy and to experience your bliss. Now those who are lying down, they can sit up. Those who are lying down, please, without opening your eyes, sit up. And those who are seated on the ground, let them sit. On the chair, let them be there. But without opening your eyes, sit up. And feel totally refreshed, relaxed. Then we'll chant the mantra. I'll chant, you repeat after me. So you can experience that wave after wave, wave after wave, in which these waves cause the experience of the body, the world, the thoughts and the ego. Again, take a long deep breath. Now anti-clockwise, take a long deep breath. Take a long deep breath. Take a long deep breath. So this is the state of mukti that we are talking about. This is the state of enlightenment. Enlightenment is seeing the ephemeral nature of the body-mind-ego complex and abiding in yourself, that infinite blissful consciousness. Thereafter you are in a playful mood, where there are no constraints, nothing suffocates you. You are freely expressing your joy and bliss. You have no doubt, free from all doubts. Samshayatma vinashyadi, asamshayatma pashyadi. And in this state, you are totally relaxed. So abide in that state. The state which is beyond the waking, dreaming, sleeping, and dying experiences. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So open your eyes. So finally you have gained the Shiva status. So far you have been living the Shava state. Shiva means a body-oriented state. Now you are living the consciousness, Shiva-oriented state. This state has to be retained all the time while you are interacting with the world. So tomorrow we will have the Shunya meditation. So we meet tomorrow for the last and the final meditation, the Shunya meditation. Thank you very much.